Hey everyone, Daniel here, and I am at NC Comicon, and it's time for a Comic Conversation. I'm here at the Action Lab booth with Dave Dwonch, former creative director and now president of Action Lab, as well as writer of numerous titles, including
Vamplets, Cyrus Perkins and the Haunted Taxi Cab. I have a new book coming out called Infinite 7. That'll be out in February. Yeah, non-stop, man. Just making comic books.
Yeah.
Got another top secret book called Party Monster. It's not a secret now anymore. You guys got a little scoop there with my buddy Brockton McKinney, who writes M Theory.
Yes, and is also the writer of Zoe Dare
and Ginger Dead Man.
Dead Man, all like which I've previously discussed. At least Zoe Dare I have. So Action Lab is here, and you've got a ton of books here. And recently, one of your biggest successes has been the Miraculous series.
Oh snap! There it is.
Yes. What can you tell me about what that's been like doing the licensed book like Miraculous?
It's crazy. When we got the license, I had barely just seen one of the episodes, and I had no idea how much of a phenomenon it's been worldwide. In Korea, in France, in Germany, and now in America. And every show we do with Miraculous, whenever we have voice talent or writers at the table, there's a line for like 3 hours. It's insane, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. It's awesome. It's so strange that we just did a show in LA, and the line was so long. I just went down the line and gave kids candy, and it was like, thanks for waiting, parents. And they waited for hours, and it was awesome to be able to not just say that I'm a part of it, but to then just kind of like touch base with the fans. So
nice. Now, one of the other successes that's lately has been that I'm interested in is the Actionverse with characters like Stray and Molly Danger. Now that's a new shared universe, correct?
Yeah, these creators, a lot of our creators, they've known each other for years, and Jamal and Ray Anthony and Vito Del Sante, they've known each other for a while, and they each independently brought their books to Action Lab to get published, and then we just thought, hey, what about an old school crossover? Wouldn't that be cool? So the Actionverse was born. Now all of those characters actually are in the same world. And we're actually looking to relaunch the Actionverse titles in 2017. So look out for books like Midnight Tiger, Stray, Molly, and a couple of other little secret projects. I mean, even Hero Cats ties into it. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. So last question. What can we expect from Action Lab as we head towards the future?
Oh, we are the future. As we head towards the future, 2017 is going to be our biggest and best year. Just off the top of my head, we've got Dollface, which is an extension of the Zombie Tramp universe. Dan Mendoza co-created that with Brian Seaton. That's coming out in January, first issue. In February, we've got Infinite 7, my book, which is about a league of assassins, and the only way to become one of the 7 members of the group is to kill one of the members. And a teenage boy accidentally does that and then becomes an assassin. It's really cool.
It's always teenagers.
It's always I like writing the kids, man. And then we've got in March we have Amerikarate, which is Brockton's book with Devin Roth and Corey Coleman. Devin is the lead animator on Bob's Burgers, and he's drawing the entire book. It's amazing. And then after that, we've got a book called Spencer and Locke, which is kind of like a crime noir Calvin and Hobbes. It's going to be amazing. Those are just the first volley of books coming out in 2017, and then we're going to push it even further later in the year with books like Albert Einstein Time Mason, which is amazing, and a couple of other little hidden gems I can't really talk about. But yeah, look for Action Lab Comics. Go to actionlabcomics.com, and you'll see all the cool stuff we do.
Make sure your local store is getting them, or you pick them up on Comixology.com.
Yes, and track us down on Twitters and the Facebooks and stuff.
Yes,
we love talking
all that
fans.
kind of stuff. Yes, so thank you very much, Dave, for having the time, and I got to get back to talking to him about my book. So see you later. I am here with Princeless creator Jeremy Whitley. Hey, Jeremy, how's the comic going for you?
Doing good so far.
Nice to hear. So, first off, Princeless, your big success for Action Lab has been going on for how many years now?
5 years now.
5 years, crazy. So, what can we expect from Princeless as we go forward? We've obviously got the Pirate Princess spin-off, but what can we expect from the rest of Princeless?
Well, the end of Volume 5, when we finished up earlier this year, sort of leaves everything hanging in midair as far as what's going to go on. So we'll be wrapping that up with Volume 6 this year. Emily and Brett are already hard at work on that. In addition, we'll be finishing up the current volume of Pirate Princess and launching into a whole new year's worth of stories we've got planned out. It's gonna be an exciting year for Princeless stuff.
Nice. Now, of course, the big thing that happened this year is it was announced that you are writing The Unstoppable Wasp for Marvel. And you also co-wrote an issue of All New, All Different Avengers with Mark Waid. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from Unstoppable Wasp. Or at least as much as you can, of course.
Yeah, Unstoppable Wasp is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's sort of a classic comic book in a lot of ways, in that it's sort of a science adventure. It's going to be focused on Nadia and her lab that she's putting together, who are all teenage female super scientists. So it's going to be, I think, a lot of fun. It's a more optimistic and adventure type book than I think what a lot of current comics have been, and I think that's what comics need more of. So I'm excited to get it out there.
Nice. Now, Wasp Nadia Pym was that a Marvel? More from my own curiosity, was that a Marvel created character or a Mark Waid created character, or kind of what? Because obviously it has a lot of similarities to Hope Van Dyne from the Ant-Man movie.
I think it's a combination of those two things. I think Marvel wanted somebody that sort of was more directly related to the character of the Wasp from the Ant-Man movie. And I think they came to Mark with sort of that idea, and Mark created, the character of Nadia, who, if you don't know, Nadia means hope in Russian. So pretty obvious tie there. And then, he wanted to sort of have that same sort of that optimistic science feel that a lot of the early Hank Pym stuff does. And I think he created a character who's a lot of fun, and luckily they've let me play around quite a bit with her. So it's a little bit of everything, and I'm hoping by a few issues into Unstoppable Wasp that everybody will like that character as much as I do.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Jeremy.
My pleasure.
I hope you enjoy the rest of the con. I know you have a lot of fans waiting for to get signatures and stuff. So, Jeremy Whitley, everybody. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Today I'm with Andrew Herman, artist and co-creator on Zoe Dare versus the Disasteroid, which I have talked about in a previous video, which I will put in an annotation right above Andrew's face. And so you can click on his face and go see me talk about his book, Zoe Dare. So first off, what kind of gave you the idea for Zoe Dare?
I've always thought motorcycles were really cool, and I'm too chicken to ride them. And Zoe Dare, she's a motorcycle stunt woman that gets in a bunch of crazy adventures. So that's the basic inception of the idea.
All right, cool.
Being too scared to ride motorcycles.
Cool. So what kind of projects do you have coming up outside of Zoe Dare?
Well, so we just finished the trade paperback, the full arc. So we want to do another one, but we haven't started because we just finished it. I'm developing a couple other ideas, but I haven't started them just because we just finished. So nothing at this moment.
Right. All right. So can you give us any sort of hints towards the next arc of Zoe Dare?
So the first one was science fiction theme with the Disasteroid, and the next one will have more of a supernatural theme to it, and take place on Earth rather than in space.
Okay. Now, with Zoe Dare, you worked with writer Brockton McKinney, friend of this channel. How did you get involved with him?
We were introduced to each other through a guy I grew up with, and Brockton. At that point, he had already done like M Theory, and he worked with Action Lab a lot. And he expressed to me that they wanted him to do a all ages book, and so when the idea for Zoe Dare came up, we pitched it to Action Lab, and they liked it, and then greenlit it or whatever. And so that was just the basic thing. Was I think for him, he wanted to do a book that his daughter could read, and for me, I just like the ideas.
So was Zoe Dare always going to be an all ages book, like from the very beginning?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So as an artist, what kind of what do you think are some of your biggest artistic influences? Like comics, movies, any kind?
Drawing wise, I think the great American illustrators of the 20th century those are the guys I try to emulate, like Norman Rockwell or J.C. Leyendecker, or guys like that. And for comic books, like Jim Lee and Adam Hughes and J. Scott Campbell those are some of the guys that I grew up reading, and I try to. I don't know that you'll look at my art and see their stuff in it, but like for me, that's who I emulate.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to talk to us. Hope you enjoy the rest of the convention.
Yeah, hope you do too.
Yeah, thank you. So for the sign's about to fall and crush us. All right, so that's the end of that.
Right, Exo's 20th anniversary, Armin's 20th anniversary. A lot of these characters 20th.
I'm not a huge Youngblood fan, but I
You're
do
gonna be.